The semifinals are already here in the LA Metro. I'm Garrett Johnston. Thanks for joining me here on the LA MaxWire. For this edition, we're going to go ahead and look to the Inland Division. We're going to break that down for you with our LA football editor, Leland Gordon. And Leland, when you look at one of these matchups here, Norco versus Vista Murrieta, and you look at a player like Colton Gerhardt, who played for 3 years at Norco and now suiting up for the opposition, what's that going to be like for Colton?
Well, you know, if you ask him, maybe he says it's just another football game, but I think we all know it's a little bit more than that. And Colton's father was the coach at Norco, and it was a little bit of an interesting decision when his father was let go as the head coach, and then he transferred to Vista Murrieta. And what you got here is you've got Vista Murrieta that's been rolling all year and has been living up to expectations, and then you have a Norco team that had a little bit of a rough start with the new head coach, who was already part of the program but still new as the head man. And now Norco's really hit their stride, and they're playing really good football. So this game is going to feature a little bit of the behind-the-scenes intrigue, but just on the surface, these are two very good football teams, a little bit different styles. So we're expecting an exciting game. It's hard to tell, you know, how much Colton Gerhardt's motivation plays into it going against his former school.
Well, as you mentioned, two teams playing very well at the same time. Always good to see that. In our other semifinal, we've got Upland and Centennial. And gosh, with Centennial's firepower, player like Trey Watson, how do you combat that weapon that they've got there?
Well, it would definitely help to run the ball if you're Upland and, you know, eat up some clock and keep that Centennial offense off the field, because they're going to score points. That's never been in doubt. Upland's a team that really had high hopes, and they got off to just a really, really rough start, but we're starting to see them come together. They won a tight one last week, and they've got a little bit of momentum coming into this, plus they have the home field. I don't know if you stop Centennial, you just try to outscore them. You know, teams like Long Beach Poly might have the defense to do that. We're not sure if Upland can, but this is a rematch of a playoff game last year that Centennial won 46-36. They've got the better schedule, they've got the better record. You have to favor Centennial in this game.
But is there almost an underdog factor that goes into it as well?
Absolutely. Upland is this is not like a flash-in-the-pan team. This is a quality program that's been a very good force in the southern section for quite a while. So these guys aren't coming in intimidated, and they know that they're a good football team, despite a 9-3 record, which obviously that's a pretty good record to begin with. So I don't think that Upland needs to come in here feeling like they need to shock the world. I think they're coming into this thinking they have just as good of a chance as anybody.
Well, they've all got chances, and they're all fighting for a big spot in these bowls, aren't they, Leland?
Yeah, the bowl games are coming up extremely soon, and we're excited to be unveiling the Southern California Bowl Games preview package. We're going to have bowl game rankings, we're going to have dates, times, places, and we're going to have predictions. So this is definitely something you're going to want to check out on the LA MaxPreps site.
Well, that's right, Leland. Thanks again for coming on this week. Leland Gordon, our LA football editor. The website maxpreps.com/Los Angeles. Be on there this week, an exciting week in our metro. Also follow us on Twitter @LA MaxPreps. Garrett Johnston, thanks for joining me here on the LA MaxWire.